we're getting a dopamine hit right now.
Yeah.
From the experience.
Yeah.
Now people are getting the dopamine hit not from the doing. What was that?
Ice machine.
Oh, okay. Sounded like gunfire.
Sorry.
Wow. Freak me out. Yeah.
The reality of war, guys.
Oh my God, that's so
The
funny.
ice machine is the trigger.
I'm back. I'm back.
I kind of saw. I was like, "Is he gonna come back from this?"
Reaching for the steak knives,
Yeah.
eh? He's coming. That's so bad.
You're chilling with French fries and thick thighs.
Welcome back, French Fry fam.
Welcome.
Hey.
So, keeping true to our promise, we said that we were going to bring on some guests to the show, and starting out 2026 strong, we are bringing in Mr. Jamie Mack in here. Little round of applause for Jamie.
Yes, welcome, Jamie. Welcome.
Welcome to the podcast. Thank you for coming on.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm so
appreciate
excited.
you.
So excited to be here.
Yeah. So for all the viewers, Jamie is my dance partner. We met doing, I guess, salsa.
Salsa.
And he's a phenomenal man. I wanted to bring him on the show because his insights are so incredible. I always find them so interesting, and they always go like kind of opposing to my views, but still very, very, but like,
Perfect
what's the
match.
word that I'm trying to think of? Yeah. They're opposing, but not in a bad way. They make you think critically about what you're doing. And I thought, wow, like everybody could benefit from this. Our viewers could all benefit from this.
Mm-hmm.
Jamie's also served, so he has a lot of wealth of knowledge about life experiences and what really matters and what really doesn't, because like we haven't seen death or anything like that, and Jamie sure as hell has. So he's a wealth of knowledge in that area, and I was like so excited to bring him on the show. So thank you for offering to come on.
Yeah, it's
I
exciting.
appreciate it.
So good to be here.
Yeah, so tell us, how was it to serve? Like, what was that like?
I got in 1986, and then, fast forwarding it, I got out in 94. In 1993, back in that day and that time, you had to compete if you were a reservist to go on an operational tour overseas.
Okay.
And so the competitions were local, regional, and then national.
Mm-hmm.
And I was lucky enough to be selected as one of the platoon commanders to fill a vacancy in the unit that was going over to Croatia.
So hold on, you didn't just sign up to be enlisted? Like you had to compete to be enlisted?
Yeah, the unit that we went over with was the 2nd Battalion, Princess Patricia's Canadian Light Infantry.
Okay.
And I believe they had about 400 strong. They needed about 850.
Mm-hmm.
So they only had 50% at the most strength. So they needed to be augmented by reservists.
Okay.
So they looked at reservists from all around the country,
Mm-hmm.
and these competitions took place, and then they could pick and choose who they wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was fortunate enough to have been selected, and then we deployed in March of 93. That was 32 years ago.
Holy cow.
Oh my God, you were in diapers.
Yeah, I was.
So
yeah.
I was just about to say. So we were so young
Oh
when
my
we
God.
were deployed. So
Right?
like I don't remember history books. I'm not the greatest at, but I don't remember like a specific war going
That's
on at that time.
crazy.
So what
Goes in a
was
blink.
going
Yeah.
on? Yeah, what was going on at that time that you needed to go to Croatia? Like what war or what protection did you need to provide? I guess.
Well, Marshal Tito was the ruler of Yugoslavia proper.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he died, and he ruled with an iron fist, and when he died, each of the various countries, Bosnia, Herzegovina, Slovenia, and so Kosovo, Croatia, they started breaking away and separating. And when they did that in Croatia, Franjo Tuđman was the president at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and he wanted to create a state just with Croatians. He wanted to homogenize the state.
Okay.
Now, there were a lot of Serbians living there, and they were all in peace
Right.
at the time.
Mhm.
But then propaganda hit the streets, and
As it does.
one
back
thing led to another, and back in 1991, that's when things started getting serious.
Yeah.
And so they were going at it, so to speak. We went over from March to October of 93.
Okay.
And our job was to protect the Serbians in these protected areas, the UN protected areas, to keep them safe.
Okay.
That was our job. That was our mandate.
Yeah.
And so me as a platoon commander, I had 40 guys, and all the equipment, it was tremendous responsibility at 24.
Oh yeah, I can't imagine.
24 years old.
How insane to be responsible for other people's lives at 24 years old.
It's wild.
I couldn't manage people at
Yeah.
24 years old.
It was a blessing and a burden.
I bet. Yeah. What were
The
the difficulties
responsibility.
of that?
Taking care of my guys, making sure I brought them home safe and alive.
Yeah.
Because we did lose a couple guys.
Mm-hmm.
Jim DeCoste was one of them. That came up in September. And plus also making sure that we were accomplishing our mission. So it was kind of complicated. These, it was a highly volatile time, highly volatile place. And our job was to keep the peace, but in certain sectors of the country, there wasn't peace to be kept.
Yeah. And
We went in
between the Serbians and
Serbians and
the
Croatians.
Croatians. Okay.
Yep. When we first went in, there was peace to be kept.
Mhm.
We were peacekeepers. But then when we were deployed down south near the Zadar split Adriatic Sea, the Adriatic coast, there was no peace to be kept.
Mhm.
We went down in an area near Benkovac, and that was in September. And that is when we engaged in the Battle of Medak Pocket. That was probably a 6-day operation. And
Get out. So you were what in the like?
yeah, our job was to protect the protected, the Serbians in the protected area, but the Croatians launched an offensive.
Yeah.
And I'm not judging. I don't want to judge,
Mm-hmm.
who was right, who was wrong. Both sides, they do what they do in war.
Yeah.
And our job was to try and keep the peace, but there was no peace to be kept. So instead of having berets on, we had to put helmets on and we do our
Yeah.
thing. And
So you're in the thick of it for 6 days, like outside,
yeah,
facing the elements.
some guys, there were some companies and platoons that they were in harm's way for the entire time.
Oh my God.
I know. And
It's crazy.
yeah, it's hard to describe. You can feel the despair, the hopelessness. You can cut it with a knife.
Mm-hmm.
And the things that people do to each other, it kind of burns into the images and the smells and the sounds, they burn into your
smells.
yeah
I can only imagine.
yeah, they burn
Yeah.
into your psyche, and they never go away.
Oh my God.
So
they
they're
do
with you
say
forever.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They say that like a smell has much more memory
Oh.
potential than
Mm.
anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, it stays with you. So like if you smell something from
I would agree.
30 years ago, it just comes back.
Yep.
That moment.
Yeah. In a blink. There is no time.
Oh my God.
No time passed. And so we did our thing. We after Medak, which is an area near Benkovac, Gospic. Once that operation was completed, then we were starting to wind down our rotation.
Mhm.
So our unit would leave, our battalion would leave, and another one would take our place.
Yeah.
So, and then they have their own experiences,
Yeah.
Mhm.
it was awful, but it was real, and it sticks with you, and the post-traumatic effects,
Mhm.
are real, and they affect everybody in different ways.
Do you ever find that you have like any survivor guilt? Did that come out?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm basing this off of movies because I have no life experience.
Yep.
But I remember watching Only the Brave, that fireman show.
Oh,
No.
I love that show.
And I
Yep.
just remember him talking about how he had survivor guilt for so long, and I was like, I
Mhm.
wonder if Jamie's felt that at all.
Yeah, I had an interpreter, Liliana. We called her Layla, and she was amazing. And actually, I fell in love with her, and she had an 8-year-old son, Marco.
Mhm.
And because you develop a very strong relationship, because I was conducting meetings and negotiations every day
Yeah,
with Serbian and Croatian commanders,
yeah,
and you just develop a real close bond
yeah.
with them. And my tour was in 93. Then in 1995, 2 years later, we weren't even there.
Mhm.
What I found out about the responsibility of command is that you never let it never goes away.
Yeah.
So 2 years later, I got a call from a buddy of mine, and he said that there was an operation that took place, which basically wiped out all of the Serbians in the area that I was protecting, and in other areas of the country as well.
No
that's
way.
sad.
So even though we
and this
weren't,
was after you left.
yeah,
Oh
even
my
though we weren't
God.
there, the responsibility, the burden, the guilt
Yeah.
is still there.
How did you cope with
It's
that?
like General Dallaire in Rwanda.
yeah.
I mean, he had a handful of guys, and what 350,000 people were slaughtered,
yeah.
and he lives with the guilt
Yeah.
of not being able to prevent it.
So
That's the
did
burden
you-
of command.
Did you quit in like was that your last once you got back? Like did you I don't know if like the words quit or leave the army,
Yeah.
but did you
Thank
when you got back, did you leave? And then in 95, that's when you found this out?
Yeah, when I got back, I was not fit to be in uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was time for me to go.
Yeah.
I just couldn't. I didn't fit in, and the post-traumatic effects were brutal.
Mm.
I can't imagine how difficult that is.
I mean, one example, and this is no judgment. It's just
Yeah.
my experience. I had no respect for senior officers who didn't have operational experience.
Mhm.
Mm.
Now that's
That
a
would make a
total
lot of
bias.
sense.
That's
No.
a total judgment
And
bias
So walk
on
us
my.
through that though. What made you feel like that?
That makes sense though to me
Mm.
from where I'm sitting. That makes complete sense because not to compare these two because they're completely incomparable.
Mhm.
But like I'm not going to take anybody's who's coming at me who comes into my work brand new as a manager or something like that and they're like, oh, I've been managing over at this place for so long and you need to do this. I'm like, you don't even know what our company does. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right, I don't want to take their insight because they don't know, because they've never actually done the job that I've done and they've never actually sat there and dealt with
Mhm.
the angry people that I've dealt with.
Yeah.
And so for
Yeah.
them, I don't want to hear what they have
Mhm.
to say, and I have zero respect for them until they do what I've done and sat in my shoes. So I can see why you wouldn't want that, because they've never
Mhm.
actually stepped out onto the battlefield. So they don't know what it's like to sit there and watch people, I don't know, be traumatized or be in
Mhm.
these situations of death and fear and all of these things, and then you're supposed to sit there and respect their orders. I'd say the same thing too. I'd be like, see ya.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not dealing with you. F- off.
And is that along the same lines of what you're thinking?
Yep. I didn't fit the model anymore, and I knew that the model wasn't changing, so I had to leave.
Why was the model changing? Like, can you share that with us?
Oh, the military industrial complex, like the military system.
Okay.
You obey orders, you
Mm.
follow orders,
Mm.
you have a mission, you carry it out, you get it done.
So you lost your
And you
ability
get it done the way
to...
that they want you to.
Yeah, I came back
Yeah.
and I was very angry and bitter.
Yeah. How could
And that's
you
a
not be?
post-traumatic effect.
Yeah.
I saw the difference before I was deployed, and then after. I saw the real difference between being a garrison commander
Okay.
and an operational commander.
Right. Yeah. That
It's
would be a big
it's
difference.
completely different.
Yeah. Because you were
Um,
on the field with your men. Like you were
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the weeds with them.
Yep. Yeah, and it's every soldier's experience is different.
Yeah.
It's based on our own perspective. Mine is different from probably everyone else in the unit.
Yeah.
And of course, after 32 years, the brain gets funny because it there's gaps in memory,
hmm
but our brain wants to fill it in.
Right. Yeah.
So someone could say, "Oh, that's not true," but okay, well, it may not be, but my brain believes it is. Do you know what I
Right.
mean?
I do. I kind of get what you're saying. Yeah. And it's one of the things that I absolutely admire about Jamie so much is that he's taken so much time. I say to him all the time, I say, like, I don't know how you're just functioning. I don't know how you're just not curled up under a bed every second of every day from like all the trauma that you've gone through. And this is just one aspect that you guys get to see that speaks volumes to how well Jamie has done in identifying these things that you're talking about
Yeah.
and just being able to manage all these emotions and all that stuff.
And the post-traumatic effects never go away. You
Mhm.
live with it forever. So
yeah.
I am better, but it's, just talking about this now, I'm looking for the exits. I'm looking for
I just saw
fucking-
that.
I
Yeah.
was just wondering what
I
you're
just
doing.
kind of go away and
Yeah.
yeah, it's pretty,
I can't
It's
imagine.
pretty
Yeah,
funky.
It's funny because I've never got to see this side of you.
Yeah.
Because we're dancing, we're having fun.
Yep.
It's like,
oh
it's
my
totally
God,
outside of that
spirit
realm.
food.
Right? Yeah.
So then I have a couple follow-up questions.
Yeah.
So in 95, when you found out they wiped out all the Serbians and everything like that, did you feel guilt that you didn't stay with the army and that you weren't there? Did
No.
you feel like,
No, I just felt the guilt of the
The fact that they were gone.
thousands
Yeah.
mm.
that were either displaced or disappeared.
That's
Oh, okay.
gotta cause so much weight.
And I was wondering back then about, Romeo Dallaire, General Dallaire from Rwanda.
Mhm.
I mean, his story is unreal.
Yeah.
And, how could he be so affected? But then now I get it.
Yeah.
And I'm not,
You would get it better
I'm
than
nothing,
anybody.
I'm nothing like that. That's
I
the
wouldn't
most
say
extreme
nothing.
case, what he went through. And if you ever see the movie, what's it called? Shake Hands with the Devil. He wrote a book.
Oh, did
If
he?
you can see that movie, Shake Hands with the Devil, Roy Dupuis, he's a great actor from Quebec.
Yeah.
He played him. It's
And it's the general from the general's perspective.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, absolutely. I lose my train of thought sometimes when
That's okay.
short-term memory goes to shit.
Yeah, that's okay. You were saying Shake Hands with the Devil.
Yeah, Shake Hands with the Devil, great movie, and it's Romeo Dallaire, he wrote it
Yeah.
about his experience in Rwanda, and I was trying to understand, why would he wake up on park benches naked or clothed
Really?
in Ottawa?
And was this part of the PTSD?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And back when we came back in country, there was no support network like there is now.
Yeah.
The Afghan guys in the 2000s, thank God they had more supports. We had nothing.
Yeah.
Um,
Because from what I
Like nothing.
understand, it's been a shit system for you guys for a long time.
it just, I don't think we were prepared for the after effect. Like they train us well for the job.
Yeah.
But the what's the word? The reintegration,
Yes.
you're kind of left on your own, at
Oh.
least back in the 90s.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's also when the airborne regiment was in Somalia.
Mhm.
And then, an incident occurred that, our government said, we don't want to talk about anything military, even the successes that we did have
Yeah.
on my tour. So they just, they ignored, or they brushed everything swept it under the rug. It was never talked about. And therefore, the support wasn't there.
Yeah.
And so all we did was we coped. We self-coped. Thank God I coped with, going back to school, getting a couple master's degrees,
Yeah.
working, trying to get a family going,
Mhm.
but all the while stumbling and staggering,
Yeah.
with the mental health effects,
Yeah.
the suicidal ideation, suicidal tendencies,
God. And
which
how,
turns into, yeah.
yeah, how do you tackle that? Like, how do you ever get ahead of that or on top of it?
I think some people, they succumb to it.
Yeah.
Some people, they manage it. Some manage it with, drugs, alcohol, gambling, crime, killing,
Yeah. Okay.
some type of addiction.
Mm-hmm.
Mine was food. So thank goodness I always reach for the best of the worst
Okay.
supports. That's what I believe. Because I didn't do drugs. I didn't do,
Yeah.
the
You need food to
drinking.
survive, but yeah, so I
Yeah.
get it. I get
Yeah.
it. I get your thought process.
Drinking is interesting because we all think that if you drink a certain way, you're an alcoholic, but that's not the case. I really believe that if you drink to cope, it may not necessarily become a problem. It's a coping mechanism to get you to tomorrow.
That's such
Whatever
an
it
interesting...
takes to get you to tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that's the way I live my life. I just I gotta get to tomorrow.
Every day. Do you still feel like you live like this?
No,
Oh, good. Okay.
no.
I was nervous for that answer.
Yeah.
Jamie. I'm not going to lie. I was like, please
I'm
don't
not
tell me you're living like this.
I'm not the way I was
Mhm.
30 years ago. I
Yeah.
was like, I would go to bars and I'd be trying to get in fights so people would kill me,
Oh my God.
or
That's
just,
awful.
just crazy.
That is awful. But I mean, like, what would we expect as people to like reintegrate? Like, I could never imagine to see the shit that you've seen. Like,
Well, but you know what's
how would we
interesting?
cope?
Trauma's relative. So someone whose dad abandoned them, that's a traumatic childhood impact that if it's not unpacked and processed at some point, it
Mhm.
manifests itself in daily lives.
Right. Yeah.
We
yeah.
see broken relationships. We see people having trust issues
Yeah.
in forming relationships. That's just one example.
Yeah.
Trauma to me is relative. We've all got trauma.
Mhm.
Question is, are we unpacking and processing it in a healthy, loving way
Yeah.
where
And-
we can become better and healthier?
I'm actually so glad that you segued into that, because one of the things that I admire so much about Jamie is that he's taken the time to go ahead and process this, and he's got all this wealth of knowledge and experience with with the war and reintegrating back into society, but he's also seen relationships like how we haven't had the opportunity to see them. Like he's seen the development of all of this stuff
Mhm.
that we would never be able to see because we're still young. So we get to see
Yeah.
the millennials and how they react and
And
how
his-
relationships were
yeah.
and how people don't want to be in relationships anymore. And Jamie's got to see the
We
whole
talked about
flip
that.
side of that.
Yeah, during before and after we practice, we talk a lot about relationships and the challenges today. It's not the same. I'm a Gen X.
Yeah.
Very different. We never had phones.
Yeah.
Like we had to meet people
So
organically.
yeah. So how did you meet somebody?
Organically.
Mhm.
Actually, blind dates.
Yeah.
You know, I have a friend who, oh, you should meet this person.
Okay.
My
Makes
my
sense.
I'm an extreme introvert, but I became an intro extro, like an omnivert, just through execution. And my high school prom date was a blind date, turned into my first 3-year relationship. Fantastic girl, but I was terrified of girls.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think that's still the case today?
No.
No.
Nope.
Do you
Nope.
think it's the case for other men? Do you think men are still, and even more so,
I think this-
follow up question,
Yeah.
because women are really taking the world by the reins right now.
Yep.
They're taking being single by the reins. They're developing businesses. They're, for the first time in like history,
Yeah.
women don't have to date men for security
That's
or for
right.
money.
Yep.
So
That's
they're
right.
choosing to date men for their character.
Mhm.
So do you think
Finding
that's
the right
case now?
character is a challenge now.
Yeah. But are men
because
still scared now that women have almost become even more?
We've delayed maturity for men. We
Mm.
pushed it off. Now men don't start doing any heavy lifting or deep thinking about anything substantial until they're 30. Whereas at 18, you're a man. My daughter's going to be 18 in March.
Yeah.
She's a woman.
And she's prepped.
Yeah. She's good to go. I could drop
Jamie
dead
has
today,
prepped her.
and she's good to go. But it's a different way of raising your children.
Yeah.
And we delayed maturity for men, and that's why the concept of a man child, you're in your 30s and you've been coddled by your parents, and you've really had everything like without adversity, without struggle in life, there's no purpose, there's no meaning, there's no internal strength.
Yeah.
You've got to struggle, you've got to have adversity,
Yeah.
you've got to live poor, you've got to live in abandoned apartment buildings growing up,
Yeah.
rats and bed bugs, and you've got to have no
I think I would pass on the rats.
yeah back
That's
home in the
just
East
me.
Coast we had rats. Mice are like, they're teeny, rats are like
Oh
massive.
my God, no, thank you.
But finding how do you meet people now, because everybody's connected to the phone. The addiction to technology is brutal.
Yeah.
Dancing, our connection
Yeah.
with dancing,
Dancing is a good community.
holy Dinah, it's amazing.
But that's not always for everybody.
No. And men are almost conditioned that if you're not a Latino, you can't dance. What a load
Or
of-
you don't speak Spanish.
Yes.
You can't dance.
Oh. That's a shout out to G, isn't it?
It's a shout out to G. He's gonna kill me later. It's fine.
Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, we're conditioned that you're no good, you're fat, you're ugly, stupid, poor. There's so much going against people, especially the young people today.
Yeah.
I mean, everything. Look at the price, the inflationary effects. As an accountant, when I put my hat on,
Yeah.
the cost of buying a home, even thinking about buying a home, is prohibitive.
Yeah.
It's almost like inheritance is your financial strategy.
Yeah. It's
Which
true.
is-
I hear people talk about this all the time actually at work.
Yeah.
Actually, it's just one guy, but he really loves to bitch about it.
I tell my clients, die broke.
Yeah.
Actually, don't die broke. Die 500,000 in debt. Like, don't leave it to the kids. Let them know that they've got to struggle.
Yeah. Because this adversity that you're explaining, you really think that this character
Builds
development
character. It has
helps,
to.
and how does that apply to the relationships then?
If you meet a man that really has never struggled, wait till his mother dies. Wait until he gets fired from his job.
Oh, so
wait till
interesting.
he gets cancer. Wait, some
Yeah.
adversity.
Yeah.
The mettle of the man
Hmm.
is not seen until it's tested.
Yeah. I've changed my question that I'm asking men when I first meet them now.
What-
It's gonna be
what is the question?
What adversities have you
Yeah.
overcome?
There you go. There you go.
And
It used to be, how's your relationship with your mother? But,
That's
But I
important.
think I've changed this.
That's important. And what's your therapeutic journey? Ask them.
Yeah.
If they've never been to therapy. Okay, so you've been free flying your whole life.
Yeah.
So
and
what have
just
you really dealt
assuming
with?
That you're
What have you
dealing
really
with
dealt with? What kind of deep diving?
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't do it myself. I've got a guy. I've been, with him. He's my Sherpa, Jason.
Yeah.
He's my therapist, and I've been with him, I think, 13 years, maybe over 13 years. And I couldn't have done this without him.
Yeah.
No way.
Oh yeah. How could
We
you?
need someone.
Yeah.
And your friend is not therapy. That's just a bitch session. That's just unloading. It's a short-term thing. It's not real.
It's
It's
true.
like an illusion.
Yeah, I keep trying to hold myself accountable to go to therapy. I really need to, actually, because everything you're saying is right. And like, if I'm being honest with myself, it's totally true. Like, if I'm talking to
you're
my
perfect.
friend who shares my, I adore you for saying that. If I talk to my friend, I know that she's got similar views. We're
Yep.
friends.
Yep.
We've circled ourselves.
It's not the therapeutic benefit that we get.
Yeah, and it's not the person that's going to hold you accountable and be like, "Hey, that's f***ed up."
I don't know. It depends on the friend. My friends will call me out day and night.
Yeah, you've said that actually.
My
Rebecca said that to
my
me,
best friend
Yeah,
will
that
call
may
me
be.
out day and night.
Yeah.
I've known that girl for 30 years, and she will be the first person
Yep.
to tell me that I am wrong and I'm f***ed up and I need to go apologize or I need to do this or I need to think
But she's
this
got
way.
some flaws
She-
too. Like
Oh,
you guys
no, of
grew up in the
course.
same area.
Of course.
Mhm.
But she'll be the first person to call me out
Yeah.
on my stuff. If I'll be like, I'll call her and I'll be like, oh, I'm not wrong. She'll be like, I'm sorry, girl, but this time you are wrong. Like, you need to open your eyes and clear your glasses a little bit, or like whatever it is that you need to do
Yeah.
to clear your mind, because you're thinking completely wrong than what you should be thinking right now. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, we'll talk about whatever, and I'll be like, oh, you're right. I am completely wrong. Okay, I'll go and do what I need to do to fix whatever it was that I did.
Yeah.
Seriously,
But
she'll
it
be the
also
person
helps-
that will help me. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily, I agree with therapy 100%,
Mhm.
but I wouldn't necessarily say that all my friends, because she'll be the first person to call me out. Literally, I will call her to get her to call me out, and she will ask me when I call her. She'll be like, do you want the hard truth or do you want the loving?
Yeah, I
me?
do
like,
love
what
that.
do you want? What
That's
do
a
you
good
want? And I'm
friend.
like,
That's a good
I
friend.
want the hard
Yeah.
truth right now. And she's
Yeah.
like, boom, here it is. And I'm like, I'm so
Yeah.
offended right now, and I can't even be mad at you.
like a 360
You're
degree
so
turn.
right.
That's a good friend.
Yeah, that would be. I always like people who are direct. I was just talking to my friend today about it.
Yeah, you
I
do.
was like, I prefer you to scream at my face than look
Yeah.
at me and tell me there's nothing wrong and gaslight me.
Yeah.
Like, I can't handle that. Just be honest with me. I'm not.
Yep.
I'm
Yeah.
really not good at. And this is probably not going to fare well for me as a lawyer. They're not good at reading between the lines. If you tell me you're okay, then
Yeah.
I have to believe that you're okay, even though I'm not like satisfied that you're okay. So then it just puts me in a really awkward
Yep.
position. Like,
Mhm.
just tell me what it is. Tell me what's going on.
My mother always said, if you want to know someone, look at their friends.
Mhm.
And if friendship dares. So if I see you walking off a cliff, I'll be the guy grabbing you.
Yeah.
You need people like, especially today, man. It's bonkers out there. You
Yeah.
need people around you that you trust.
But
Yeah,
I kind
absolutely.
of worry that we've created this. And somebody else called me out on this, and I loved what they had said. They'd said to me, because I went through a phase where, like, if you didn't align with my values, then I put up a hard wall.
Mhm.
I was like,
Mhm.
you're not the person for me, and that's okay.
fair.
Go live your life. But
Yeah.
then I realized, and they said to me, well, how are you ever going to change the world and change people's views if you just cut off everybody who disagrees with you? And oh my God, was it a slap to my face? Like, you're right. Like, I don't believe in freedom of speech if I cut off everybody who exercises their freedom of speech.
But also, it's a growing place that you could look to. Sometimes you're not always right, and that's okay. But
Yeah.
sometimes somebody else's opinion can grow and change me. Maybe I have a different opinion,
Totally.
and that's okay.
Yeah.
But maybe what they say, instead of me cutting them off immediately, maybe I can take some of what they say and be like, oh, okay, and grow a little
Yeah.
bit myself, right? It's not just one-sided in that you're cutting them off. You're also
Yeah.
cutting yourself off from growth.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So then I feel like in today's society, we've kind of, in some way, shape, or form, we've molded these groups of ourselves.
Mhm.
And
Yep.
and social media really supports this, is that
Mm.
it tells you, your algorithm just pounds you and pounds you and pounds you with,
Yeah.
oh, men should treat you better, men should do this. And for men, it's, oh, women are shit. They just want to have sex. They don't want to be in relationships like how it used to be in the olden days. And
Yep.
you've gotten to see the whole sphere of this, which is beautiful.
Yeah,
But
there's a
we-
big difference now.
Yeah, we're so down the rabbit hole. Like, do you find that you're down like, until I started talking to men, I had no idea what their views were. No idea.
And they may not even
Like,
know
I
either.
just thought they were shit. because of the algorithm.
To be honest, I'm the type, I end up always, I don't know if it's just because I grew up with a lot of guy friends.
Mm-hmm.
I always end up being the one who always sides with the guys.
She
in an
does,
argument.
actually. It's super annoying.
I hate it because
You're the pearl of the
like
social media.
everybody, I'm totally like women strong and feminism and all of that, but I'm also like, well, he makes a good point though. Like,
Yeah.
or like for instance, when women are like, I just want a guy to do this and do that, I'm like, he is not psychic. Use your words.
Yeah.
Tell him.
Rebecca
Like,
really resonates
tell
with men
him.
a lot.
Tell him, because honestly, I would hate it if somebody did that to me. They're like, I expect you to do this. Well, you know what really works well? I don't know. Asking them to do it. It's crazy. I don't know. Call me crazy, but like asking them to do something will get something done. You can't expect them
Yeah.
to do something
Yeah.
without telling them and voicing that opinion. And I find that's what gets blamed on men a lot of the time.
Yeah,
is
we don't read
men
between the
don't-
lines. We're not that
and
smart.
that's it.
Yeah.
We're,
They
we're
don't
very simple.
read between the lines, and they don't know this and they don't know that. And I'm like, men really aren't thinking that far
No.
into it. They're really just like, oh, I'm gonna come
No.
home today and I'm just gonna, go and chill after my day. And we're like,
That's
and
it. It's that simple.
like, and
Yeah.
a woman's brain
Yeah.
is, and I think that's where it works for me, because my brain is like that a lot of the time. I can shut off my brain, so it's easy when people are like, "Why aren't you doing this?" And I'm like, "Oh, sorry, turned off my brain. What are you talking about? I don't know."
I
am
can
not
confirm.
like I am not like where your brain goes 100% of the time. I do sit on the male side of the brain where I turn it off and I just want to chill and relax.
Yeah.
And that's the great thing about meditation that I've learned, is that I can turn off my brain and not deal with the constant nagging that you deal with on a regular basis.
Yeah.
So when you're like, you need to come home and do this and do that and do this, I'm like, oh, I turned off my brain on the drive home. I don't know what you're saying. What you're saying. Can you
So, but-
ask me to do it? Like, otherwise I'm not gonna know. I'm gonna come home and I'm gonna sit on the couch.
But
like,
so this plays into the circle of things I'm saying. Like, if we've put ourselves in these groups of what we hear and what we talk about,
Yep.
and we're not experiencing these life experiences, like you said, and just kind of holding ourselves in this cell almost of our own values and beliefs and what the algorithm's feeding us,
Yep.
how are we even giving ourselves a chance to go out and to explore and meet people? And like,
you
how
don't.
is
You
yeah
don't. A study just came out that said the more time you spend at home, the less likely you will go out.
Mm.
And
it's true.
it's
And I think that there's a study that I
can
read.
admit to this.
Yeah, you can attest.
I can attest.
There's a study that I read
self-reinforcing.
that right now, men in their 30s or between their 20s and 30s,
Mhm.
90% of them have not had sex in the last year. When have you ever heard of that happening?
Well, a study, I forget where the study came out, but someone did a study where they interviewed
like, unless they stayed
men
in
in
jail.
men in their 30s, and it's about online dating.
Yeah.
And they were trying to figure out what's going on with online dating with 30 somethings men,
Yeah.
similar to what you're talking about.
Mhm.
And they're not updating, and they found out in the interviews that these men are not updating their profiles. And then they dug into as to why. And some of the responses include they stopped believing in the idea
Yeah.
of online dating. They wanted a relationship, but they gave up. They just gave up.
Yeah.
And what you can see a lot in social media that, men are like, it's so funny how they slowly, incrementally feed you videos of just work on yourself and hit the gym
They
and
do.
be the best you can
Mhm.
be, and you don't need anybody. That's all an illusion.
Yes.
We need each other.
Yeah.
We do.
Unless it's for advice and then you need a therapist.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's, and we have friends in their 20s. You're in your 30s, even in 40s and 50s. It's a challenge because people are so disconnected from each other.
Yeah.
It's all tech related.
And we're struggling to find that reconnection nowadays. Like,
I know.
I it's funny because I never got to see the 90s how you would have seen it, because I definitely
Mhm.
wasn't in a headspace. I was a baby.
Very different world.
And you would have seen these connections grow so much more organically and differently than what we see in today's society. And like the hurdles that we would be
Oh.
going through now, because I honestly don't
don't
know
even-
what
yeah.
the solution is.
I don't even get it. I know young men and women, like, let's say they're 20
Mhm.
and, they're educated, fit, they're motivated, dedicated, and they want the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the dating app connects you. Messages go back and forth for a very brief period of time. Ghost.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, like that's just, there's something wrong with that model. Then, but when you look at the dating model, the purpose is to fail.
Yeah.
Because if it matched, an inordinate amount of time, there'd be no revenue. You wouldn't buy coins or whatever that stuff is. I'm not on dating apps, but
Right.
it's
You
set.
would keep paying their subscription.
The business
and-
model is to fail. So you stay, you keep paying, create desperation,
Yeah.
and your self-worth goes down.
So interesting.
The male and female perspective of online dating is so different. I had a friend 5 years ago, I was talking to her. She just jumped on, and she was probably 50. She would get 200 messages a day.
That's absurd.
The
I
average
couldn't even keep up with that.
I know, yeah. The average guy, probably, if let's say you swipe 200 times,
Yeah.
you might get 5 coffees. From that, there may be one follow-up.
Mm-hmm.
It is so self-defeating for a man, unless you're a Rico, unless you're you're 10
Yeah.
out of 10.
Rico's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah, those guys are clean. Those guys are cleaning up.
And they're getting 90% of the attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the 80-20 rule, right?
Yeah.
That one
Mhm.
guy is getting all the attention from the women.
Yeah.
Us average dudes, we're invisible. That's reality,
Yeah.
because everybody is conditioned to believe I deserve that. But
What
it's
we're
not
seeing,
real.
Yes. Yeah. On social media and what every algorithm tells you that you deserve.
Jordan Peterson said this. He said, you can become a psychopath if you are online if you're dating serially, like serial dating,
Yeah.
and you're just running through people.
Mm-hmm.
The definition of psychopathy is using people for your own personal gratitude.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
I know one.
So if you're just running through people, he said within 5 years, yeah, sure, you can become a psychopath.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't take long to, 5 years passes in a blink.
It's true. And where does that put majority of the dating pool? Like, because I was on dating apps 5 years ago. So if I would have continued,
The averages aren't
statistically,
seen.
I'm in that.
The average
Cool.
person is not seen. We're invisible.
Yeah.
It's the top, the 10s out of 10s
Mm-hmm.
that are ripping through each other.
It's true. It's crazy. I
Like,
almost want to remove myself from that. And we were kind of
Best
talking
defense,
about this.
no be there, right? That's what Miyagi said.
Yeah.
Just step away from it and watch what happens.
Yeah. And we were kind of talking about this, just like how we've hit this phase where we just want to remove ourselves entirely from the game. Like,
And that's what's happening to the 30-somethings
Yeah.
men. They're done. They're done. And plus, if you look at the attack on toxic masculinity,
yeah.
not all masculinity is toxic, but it's being blanketed as such.
Yeah.
What
a
so they're so
fascinating topic.
and they're so confused.
Yeah.
What should I be? Should
Mhm.
I be sensitive or should I be masculine? And so that was part of the story.
That,
That was-
ladies, go for masculine men already. Come on, you're killing them off.
I want
No?
sensitive. I want a guy who's sensitive too.
It's so
Do you
funny.
really?
We had this conversation with somebody. Oh my God, it must have been my coworker. I love talking to him. He's great. It was exactly that. And apparently, okay, so we had gotten on this topic because men's testosterone levels are lower.
And they're dropping. They've
Yes.
been dropping for decades.
And I guess part of the men's testosterone levels of being lower is them withholding this. I guess what we as today with society would discuss as masculine toxic traits.
Mhm.
So like the aggressiveness and everything
Yep.
like that. Which don't get me wrong, I still think that is toxic. Like you can't just be aggressive with people so that your testosterone's higher. I don't think that that's the solution.
Yeah,
but
it can
that
be.
is-
It can be a tool for badness.
Yeah, it is adding to the decrease in testosterone levels in males. So it's like
Yeah.
we want masculine men, we want it, but we also are defeating that.
So what do you really want?
I know. What do you really want?
Everybody's confused.
I'm not confused. You are. I'm not confused.
You do not want a man to treat you like yell at you. Like you don't want that.
Absolutely. You want to know why? Because I'm going to yell right the back. He ain't putting me in my place. Oh, hell no. And then we're going to have the best make-up sex ever. That is how life is going to work, okay? I need someone just as toxic as
The
me.
end.
I need just someone just as toxic as me, okay? I'm toxic too. I ain't going to deny
Yeah.
it. I ain't going to deny it. So I need someone to raise the bar, be toxic with me. We
Oh
can
my
be
God, I
toxic
love
together.
that.
That sounds
I love
terrible.
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
you would love
It's gonna
that.
be, it's
Oh
gonna
my
be
God.
great.
Oh my
It's
God.
gonna be great.
I think that's horrible. I don't think that's the way to go about it. But I don't want men to lose their testosterone either. So like there's gotta be I think the gentleman I was talking to was on hormone.
Yeah, yeah.
He had back issues.
TRT.
Actually. So he was on some sort of hormone therapy to help get his back together. But it also, the side effects were that his testosterone was coming back, and his testosterone naturally helped his back issues. Because it helped his
Which will
muscles
affect
to grow or
your
whatever.
nature.
Yeah, exactly. So and it changed. And then I was telling him about how I knew somebody that was doing steroids to get ready for their wedding or whatever.
Really?
And it just changed. Yeah.
Really?
It totally changed who they were. Like they were already somebody who had like aggression issues, like a temper. And it totally escalated that. And I was
Wow.
like, if that is where testosterone is going back to be a masculine male who, like, you know, caveman days hunted and brought back the food, then leave me the out of it.
Yeah.
Like I would never want to be in that situation again.
I saw a scene on Yellowstone, and when I get my hip replaced and I'm stuck at home for 14 days,
Yeah.
I'm going to watch that series. But there's a scene where a bunch of bikers were partying on the Dutton farm.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen it, but I'm so excited to watch this series. And I forget the actor's name. Oh my God. And he's just, I mean, he's very masculine.
He's the badass one with the white cowboy hat. Yeah, that's my type of man.
I forget.
I know who you're talking about because I watched
But
a few
a protector
episodes.
by nature,
Okay.
you know,
Yeah.
not someone who abuses,
Mhm.
but protects.
Yeah.
That's a different kind of masculinity.
See, where's that
I'm the
kind of
protector.
masculinity? Yeah. Because you don't
But-
have to be aggressive and crazy to have
No.
high testosterone and be that man.
Nor should you.
Mhm.
You don't have to, like, aggression, you know, channeled towards violence. There's something wrong with that.
Yeah.
There's something wrong inside.
Yeah. Or violence towards like
But
boxing.
protecting, you know,
Yeah.
protecting, that's a whole different game.
Oh, see, this is a whole different conversation now. I love this. Because if men could use that same masculinity and channel it to positive things, then
Yes.
maybe we're talking about different growth here.
It's how they were raised.
Mm-hmm.
You got single families, you know, and I mean, most of us are from that.
Yeah.
When you I don't know. This is only my opinion. When you have a son that's not raised with a positive male role model,
Yeah.
what do you get?
Well, that's
What do you get?
men and females. Unfortunately, like females get daddy issues is a real thing.
Mhm.
Like it impacts women so significantly
Yep.
when their dad's not present in their young years of life.
So is a traditional family, you know, something we should think about or are missing? I mean, these are societal questions
yeah.
that don't really have answers.
I'm so curious. Like, what does a traditional family look like nowadays? Because I sure as not being a housewife. I'm not cooking dinner
hell
every
no.
night.
And you can't, and if you have to play both the masculine and the feminine
Mhm.
to your daughter, you know, maybe you want to give the masculine side a break once in a while
It's
and
so
be
true.
feminine.
I do want to be feminine. Maybe
But
I
you-
will bake cookies.
Yeah. Right? But you need that partner in crime.
Yeah, I need somebody
To
to play that
balance.
role. Yeah.
But when young boys are raised from helicopter parents,
Mhm.
and when they can do no wrong, and when they have no boundaries, or, you know, there are rules you got to live by, and
Yeah.
if you cross that line, there are consequences.
But some teenage boys are wild. Like if you let them go to their own devices, like how we used to, when there's no male role model in the house, like what is gonna come of that?
I remember.
And I feel like that's where the helicopter mothers came from.
I have an
and moms are doing
ex-boyfriend
their
that
best.
proves all of that.
Yeah, right? Like
Moms are doing their best.
yeah.
I mean, when I made mistakes, when I messed up, I still remember those experiences. I mean, I got it from dad.
Yeah.
And I don't condone violence,
Mm.
but I would never do that shit again.
Yeah. It
The
speaks
rate of
differently
recidiv-
to you almost,
What's that?
right? It speaks differently to men.
Yeah, you need that. And I raised my daughter that way, you know, with a conscience.
Yeah.
And-
Not abuse. I just need to clarify. That could be misread.
No, we like, I was a guide. I wasn't really her dad. I was more of a guide.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to ask her questions and let her figure shit out for herself.
Yeah.
Because one day I'll be gone,
Mhm.
and she needs to figure stuff out.
Because what's interesting is you took on more of a nurturing role with your daughter, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I had the maternal bond.
Mhm.
I believe I shouldn't say I was the one. I have a maternal bond as well.
Yeah.
So I have that with her.
Mhm.
And, but I also raised her as if it didn't matter if she was a boy or girl. So if she was at school, and we talked about
Fascinating.
this, if someone is and I told her, I said, if someone's bullying your friends and your friend is not being able to defend themselves, I expect you to jump in
Yeah.
and defend your friend.
See, that's funny. That's what
And
exactly
I'll back you
Rebecca
up.
would say. Yeah.
And I don't give a shit what the school says. I
Mhm.
don't care.
Yeah.
Do the right thing.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how you're judged. Do the right thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, 100%. It's difficult though, because what is the right thing sometimes? Like, because I'm just thinking the other day, Rebecca was giving my daughter advice, and she's like, "Well, if I was telling her my advice, I'd tell her to hit her." And I was like, "No, we don't say that. We're not saying that."
Yeah.
No, I
but-
told her if somebody hits her first, feel free, but you don't go around hitting people because you're bigger than them. You use your words.
Yeah,
But
defending yourself
if somebody's
is different.
attacking you, you absolutely have every right to
defend
whoop that ass.
Or defend yourself and your friends.
Yeah. But these values that you're talking about, Jamie, are so unique and difficult, I find, in today's society. Like, not only have you, and maybe this comes from serving, I don't know, but your values of talking about like having a maternal bond, but not raising
Yeah.
her to be a boy or a girl,
Yep.
letting her make her own decisions, but standing,
Yeah.
backing her in that, like, that is all lost in society today. And not to point fingers, but I find it's
Yep.
very lost in men today as well.
It's all about how you feel.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not about how you feel. You got to do the right thing.
hmm
Doesn't matter whether you like it or not.
How would you find that right thing in the sea of algorithms that's telling you
Oh, don't look there.
to
Oh
stay?
my God. Go step away from that.
Yeah,
And
that's a good point.
We're all victims of social media. All of us.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
people who say they're not are liars.
Yeah.
They're
they,
lying.
They haven't confronted themselves yet.
Yeah.
That's what the problem is.
Absolutely. Yeah. You said that, I think, during one salsa practice. Yeah.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Go
And
now.
I think that's fantastic. Yeah. We have to step away. We got to get back to the basics of face-to-face communication.
Yeah.
Let things happen organically.
Yeah.
Let it happen naturally.
Yeah. And,
You
and
can't-
be
you-
willing to do that.
Yes.
Mhm.
However, we now have generations like the Gen Zs. My daughter's 17. She's going to be 18 soon, and screens are so ubiquitous
Mm.
in their life
Great word, ubiquitous. Yeah.
and in the world that it creates a social anxiety.
It does.
And there's only one way, and that's to push them out of their comfort zone.
Mhm.
No, I'm not calling Saigon Rex so you can get your beef salad rolls. If you want them, here's the phone.
Yeah. Go and
I'm
share
not
it.
doing it. But you got to hold your ground as a parent,
It's
because a
true.
lot of parents, they give in. You
Yeah.
cannot give in.
So, what are your thoughts on this? Because I feel like I have this theory that millennials are the turning point for this. Like, we were the experiment of social media, and that is really
Yeah.
showing on
I'm
our
a Gen X,
relationships
so
right now.
it wasn't us.
Yeah, no. And you got to raise a family, you got to have
Yeah.
a wife and a daughter, and you got to experience all
A
of that.
traditional family.
Yeah. And now you're stuck in the dating world with us millennials that we
Actually, I stepped
that
right
we've
out.
created.
No, thanks.
Touche.
I'm
Okay,
out.
yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah, all of us have stepped out. Too. So my theory is that we are the tide that's changing all of this dating, but we're the unfortunate tide of the
Yep.
experiment, because everybody needs to get uncomfortable for change to take effect.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And we are uncomfortable. We are single. We're alone. We're not out there. We're not
And-
talking to people. Yeah. We're dating ChatGPT. We had an episode on that last week.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
insane. So how do we full circle back?
That's the question now.
Yeah.
Society has moved towards greater reliance and dependability
Mm-hmm.
on technology. I think it's the opposite.
Yeah.
We need to just step away from it. Go for a walk.
Yeah, I don't
Go to a
disagree.
dog park and meet someone. Talk to them.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Talk.
Talk.
That's how I
hard
met
is it to
you.
just talk to people. It's
I met
true.
you. You were standing in the class.
Yeah.
I still remember this. And I said, I'll be like, hell, she's going to stand over there. So I went over.
Mhm.
And by the end of the class, we were exchanging our WhatsApp info so we could practice together.
That's true. Yeah.
That's organic.
hmm But
But
that
you-
just doesn't happen anymore.
I think there's a problem though with the organic part of it.
Okay.
And not saying that I personally agree with the organic. Like I've said, I'm not a texter. I'm not a dating app person. I won't go on dating. Like it's just a waste of my time, to be completely honest.
yeah.
But the problem is nowadays that men can't even walk up to a woman
That's
and
yeah.
say, "Hey, how are you doing?" without the woman trying to blow her rape whistle and be like,
Yep.
"He's attacking me!" Like he just said hello.
I
You
got
dropped your f***ing purse or your wallet. And
Yep.
he's trying to give it back to you. And you're
millennial
out.
guys, the
Really?
30-somethings.
Do you really think it's that bad?
It is. I've literally
There's a
seen
confu-
so much
I
of
talk
it.
to guys in their 30s in the gym.
Mhm.
There's an internal confusion. They don't know. They don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So they stop.
That's fair.
They're frozen, and then they just say the heck with it. All the messages I'm getting from these guys
Girls.
on Instagram is
Mhm.
I'm just going to focus on myself.
Mhm. It's
And
so,
then they're-
it's
so
true.
they're-
I'm so guilty.
They
of it.
disengage. They're not even in the game anymore.
Yeah,
You're looking. They're not even there anymore.
yeah, it's true.
That's a sad thing, man.
And like the worst part is I'm so guilty of this because I've removed myself from the game. So I am exactly what you guys are referencing.
Yeah, but we're dancing. We're happy. It's
Yeah,
all good.
it's true.
We don't need anybody.
And it's not that I
Yeah.
don't want to have these conversations. It's
Yeah.
just that I've become so comfortable and focused on just doing me.
Yep.
And I don't see anything wrong with it because I'm healthy.
Yep.
Like, and personally for me, I've had a kid. I've given back to society. I gave to the next generation.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
I've done what I needed to do. I should be able to focus on me. But there's so many of us who we are just focusing on us. Like I'm sure Becca can relate.
Yeah.
She's taken herself out of the game. She's focused on her, and she doesn't see anything wrong with that.
And
Maybe if
then
I'm speaking out of line, but
No,
This-
no, please, no, that's
Mhm.
correct.
the social narrative that we're trying to operate in is to keep us alone, medicated, anxious,
medicated.
and
Yeah.
and low self-worth.
Yeah, no, I'm not against medications at all. But
No,
it's just
no.
it's a recurring theme of something that could be solved by being out socializing.
When we were in grade 12 back in my day, which
Yeah.
was a million years ago, you were going to graduate.
Mhm.
That was a big decision about what we were going to do next.
Yeah.
That was just called stress.
Mhm.
You were stressed. You had to make a really big life decision.
Yeah.
Now it's called anxiety.
Yeah.
And no, it's just a stressful time.
Yeah.
And I told my daughter, I said, you got to figure out what you want to do. Take a gap year if you want, or go to school or do
Mhm.
something, but you've got to figure it out.
Yeah.
We're not telling you.
Isn't that the way of things though? Like the pendulum swings so far to the other side before it can even out again, right? So we've
Yeah.
swung we're recognizing emotions and we're recognizing mental health
And that's
it's
wonderful.
Great. It's wonderful. But how far have we swung that we're over-diagnosing every single thing every person has?
Yeah. Yeah. When I went through my therapeutic journey, I did it without meds, and I would never recommend that for veterans.
Yeah.
It's too dangerous.
That's scary. Yeah.
Oh my God, it was
Mhm.
dangerous.
Yeah, there's times when you need meds.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would totally agree.
The face-to-face, the human interaction, you're not going to get that from the global village. That's what they sold us in
Yeah.
the 90s.
Mhm.
The internet, Netscape,
Yeah.
Windows 95, and an email came out.
Uh-huh.
That was revolutionary in the 90s.
Yeah, it would have been.
And now look, I hear my daughter in the basement in her room yelling and screaming and laughing and having fun, and her friends are online with her, and they're kind of chatting.
Yeah.
That doesn't work for my brain because I need this.
Yeah.
When we have get-togethers at my place
Mhm.
with the dance people, that fills my soul.
That's true. Yeah.
It's actually so funny that you say that because I noticed that at a concert the other night. I was at a concert
Oh
on
my
Thursday.
God.
Mhm.
It's just
And-
all this.
It
not
wasn't.
living it.
It wasn't even that. They're standing right in front of the guy playing on the stage, and they're watching the TV over here. All of them are turned this way,
Yep.
watching the TV. The guy's over here, and I'm like, "Why are you?
Yep.
What are you?"
That's high definition.
Yeah, they can see his face. They can't see his face from back here, from there. But
But
I'm like,
that's real.
he's
He's
there.
right there.
That's
Yeah.
real.
And I'm like
Mhm.
watching,
He's
and I'm
not.
like, "Oh, all right, cool."
That was such a solid example, honestly, of like,
You're
yeah,
at a live concert.
I would
with
have
a
turned to the
person
TV
singing.
too because that's comfortable. I can see. My eyes aren't very good.
Yep.
But really,
Yeah.
I missed the whole moment, right?
Mhm.
Like I came there for him to look at a screen.
To look at the
Like,
screen, you might as well have stayed at home and watched him on the screen.
Yeah.
You paid a bunch of money to get into the concert to watch a screen. You might as well have stayed at home and just watched the concert on your screen when it got released later.
Yeah.
Like, what
Yep.
is the point of
Yep.
you buying the ticket and getting the money
Yep.
to go and say, "Oh, I went to see him live," when you didn't even
Yeah.
watch him live? You watched the damn TV next to him.
It's for the ticket talks.
I saw Brian Adams at Parley Beach in New Brunswick in 1990. Oh my God, I forget what year. Was it after tour? 92 maybe?
Before tour. then.
65,000 people.
Oh wow.
We never had phones.
Yeah.
You were
that's exactly
actually
what it was.
engaged.
Yeah. And,
And-
living and drinking in that moment.
Another
you know?
study just came out. I hate saying that because I don't know the study,
Yeah.
but
Well, studies are ambiguous, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think we all collectively
yeah.
agree that
yep,
it's take it with a grain of salt, but continue.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And this one said we're getting a dopamine hit right now.
Yeah.
from the experience.
Yeah.
Now, people are getting the dopamine hit not from the doing. What was that?
Ice machine.
Oh, okay. Sounded like gunfire.
Sorry.
Wow. Freak me out. Yeah.
The reality of war, guys.
Oh my God, that's so
The
funny.
ice machine is the
Yeah,
trigger.
I'm back. I'm back.
I kind of saw. I was like, "Is he gonna?
I was
is he gonna come back with this?"
Reaching for the steak knives,
Yeah.
eh? Who's coming? That's so bad. But true.
No, it's great.
So true.
I love that they're seeing this. They get to see you functioning in reality in
Yeah.
real time.
Yeah, and it's not pretty sometimes.
Yeah, it's not. It's
No.
not always pretty.
The dopamine hit that people get now is watching themselves on the video,
Mhm.
not doing it. They take the video, they don't get the dopamine hit.
It's so,
They
oh my
post it.
God,
That's the
Jamie.
dopamine hit.
I hate you for saying this because it's me. I rewatched my own reels a billion times.
Really?
Yes.
You mean these?
No, not these.
Oh,
Sorry. it would take hours for me to rewatch
and
our
the
reels of
dopamine
this.
hit that we get from things.
Mm-hmm. But like when I make it like a reel of like a girls' weekend, oh my God, I'll sit there and I'll rewatch that video and all the pictures 50 times.
But you got the dopamine hit at the beginning. They're not getting the dopamine hit while doing the camera,
It's,
the video.
It's so true.
They're not getting it. They're getting it after.
Yeah.
So they're
Like, what am I training my brain to accept?
to not talk, to not connect. This is the antidote right here.
Yeah.
This is it.
Well, and being aware, like I'm so glad. I love having these conversations. I say this all the time because I
Yeah.
wouldn't have thought of that until you just called me out indirectly.
Well, and I didn't even mean to.
Yeah. But it's on me to recognize that what you said was me and not be offended by it. It's like, oh my God, that was
But
me.
we're all victims. I mean, yesterday I was making a 25-pound turkey because I meal prep.
Yes.
And I was, before the social last night, the dance social.
Mhm.
And my plan was to do accounting work
Mhm.
as an accountant. No, I did 1 hour and I blew the rest on watching videos.
Really?
We're all guilty.
Yeah.
But if we can get that on the table and admit it, that's the starting point.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to admit anything anymore.
We have to be our own
I'm-
AA.
Yeah. We got to be honest with ourselves. And it's the hardest thing to do today.
It's true.
When you're brought up, it's never your responsibility. It's never your fault. Little
Mhm.
Johnny, he kicked that guy, but the other guy provoked him.
Yeah.
No, you don't kick someone.
Do
My-
you find though, Kate, this is really interesting. I'm going down now. Because my girlfriend was just here and we were just talking about this.
Yeah.
Millennials, I find, are taking over accountability to the point of where like me and my girlfriend had spent 3 months
Yep.
trying to figure out what we were doing in our friendship rather than talking to each other about our friendship.
Oh, yeah.
And we went so far down our own rabbit holes that we built a disconnect in our own friendship rather than just communicating.
Yeah. You weren't focusing on you
Well, because
yourself.
we were trying to be accountable. We were like, well, what did I do? What did I do? And I'm guilty of this. I told Beck all the time. I ruminate all the time.
Like become psychotic.
And I'm like, well, what could I have done differently? What should I have done differently? And it gets to a point where it's like, well, maybe if you would just talk to the person, they
Yep.
could point out what actually bothered them.
Yep.
Rather than you picking out all these factors that you
Just
think you
ask.
did wrong. Yeah. And hyper focusing on things that weren't a problem at all. You created a problem out of no problem.
Yes. And then we ruminate.
Yeah. So it's like, and I think my idea of where this is stemmed from is that when you see these videos on social media and you see these things on Instagram or whatever, and it's like, oh, well, nobody takes accountability. Then you look at that and you're like, I'm not going to be the person who doesn't take
And
accountability.
that changes
And then
your brain.
You hyper take accountability because you don't want to be the person that doesn't take
Yep.
accountability that the internet talked about because that person is ick. That person hasn't worked on themselves
Yeah.
and they haven't
Yeah.
made effort to be whatever.
And the outcome is the same.
Yeah,
Being alone.
it is.
It's all about isolation. You can't control people if there's this.
Mhm.
You can't.
Yeah.
If you isolate people and make them alone and feel like shit, I can make you stand on your head and cluck like a chicken.
It's true.
Make you do anything I want. But you can't manipulate people when they're together like this.
Yeah.
Our
Yeah,
dance people.
as long as you accept their views, right? Because if you don't accept their views, you're never going to put yourself in these positions to hear what they have to say.
Yeah, you got to have the character, the strength of character
Yeah.
to listen.
Mm-hmm.
Joe Rogan said this. He said, I may not agree with people who come onto my podcast,
Yeah.
but I ask questions and I want to really understand
Yes.
why you believe a certain thing.
Yes.
I may not even agree,
Mm-hmm.
but the art of listening.
Yeah. It's funny. I hated Joe Rogan when he first came out. Hated him. And that
I
was,
think everyone did.
yeah, part of my phase of cutting everybody out that I didn't agree with. And then,
Yeah.
like you said, like he really just seeks to understand. And I was like, there's so much power in that. There's so much power in wanting the knowledge of another person's perspective.
Just listen.
Yeah. Because as one single person, I told my daughter this the other day, as one single person, there's no way that I could go out there and gather all the knowledge of the world. But I could talk to 1 million people and gain the knowledge of 1 million people.
Yes.
And that I could do.
Yep.
Right? And it may be
Yes.
their own perspective, but there's no less knowledge of mine now that I've shared that experience
Yep.
with them.
Yep.
Because I haven't gone to war. I'm never going to. So I will never have that experience without hearing some of your perspective on it.
We come across people who conflict with our own beliefs.
Yeah.
And it's okay. You know, can we accept that?
Yeah.
It's not I don't think life is a zero-sum game where it's win-lose. Like, I got to convince you that I'm right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's a sinkhole.
Yeah.
Like, that's the old concept of agreeing to disagree
Mhm.
is what I taught my daughter. You can have your own ideas and they may conflict with your friends.
Yeah.
In the end, we have to agree to disagree and keep moving on.
Yes. Yeah.
We can't end things
Yeah.
just because we disagree.
Yeah.
We're supposed to.
Yeah. And it takes that reframing though, that it's okay to disagree.
Oh my
and
God.
still talk to this person.
But so the social narrative, the social media, the social narrative, no, you got to win it. You got to win everything. You got to be the strongest and the best.
Mhm.
And no, you don't.
Oh, that's me. My daughter slapped me in the face with that. Oh my God, she slapped me in the face so hard with it. I was like
From the
telling her-
mouths of babes.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, it hurts so bad. I was like, you can't say such deep things to me. I'm the smart one.
You're doing something right. You're doing something right.
It's true, yeah.
Encourage it. Oh my God. Isn't that incredible?
Yeah. It was honestly at face value if I wasn't so hurt by what she
Yeah.
said.
That's okay. Take a knee, quick Hail Mary and get up and keep going.
I would have been so proud of her for how enlightening it was. And I was like, oh, let me just go bleed out in my bedroom.
Yeah. But I'll be back.
I'll be back in an hour.
Yeah. When you find the Nutella.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my God. It was
People
so
are going,
funny.
what the hell's Nutella? What the hell is that?
Yeah.
It's,
You all know what Nutella
it's the
is.
inside jokes that people don't get.
It is.
Oh my
From
God.
from being in person.
Yes.
Yeah. You don't get an inside
I
joke
wouldn't
from
have.
being online.
I wouldn't have known that if I was Zoom calling. I just started learning Spanish last week,
Mhm.
and I have a friend who does Zoom calls. Wonderful if it works for you.
Yeah.
Gina is my instructor.
Yeah.
I meet her face to face. There's some physical and verbal mannerisms that you cannot
There
pick up
is.
on a screen,
Yes.
and it's the connection
Mhm.
that can help me learn. I learn by being in class, by being face to face. I don't learn very well online. I
Yeah.
don't. My brain isn't wired that way.
Mhm.
I don't know if that's generational.
Online is different for everybody. I know a lot of people that struggle with online. Like that's why like schools, for example, my law school, part of the big section of it cannot be online. I cannot do my degree online.
How come?
It's a great question. I think it's because to be a lawyer, you have to be able to read people. You have to be able to interact with people and be able to see and have these conversations. You cannot give advice and take instructions without being able to face the person.
Yeah.
And take their advice.
Like someone's screaming over here, and you're like, you have to be
Yeah.
calm, and you have to,
Mhm.
control yourself.
Yeah.
On a screen, it's like whatever.
Exactly.
Someone's screaming. Okay.
Yeah, you're so dissociated. And I can say this from working at 911. Like you can
Oh.
you can call me and you can scream at me and I'm gonna be like, you're not helping the situation.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm gonna say.
Like
to
the
you.
accountant, you're upset.
Yeah. I'm literally gonna sit there and I'm gonna be clicking on my computer and I'm like, listen, you're
Back
not
in
helping me save
40
him.
years ago, they'd be smoking cigarettes at 911.
Yeah, literally. Like you need to calm down so we can help him together. Like that's exactly what I'm gonna say. But I'm not affected by this at all because you're through a phone. You're not gonna find me.
Yeah.
I did have one person threaten to find me. That was interesting.
It's circling back to the male, female, or just the relationship
Hmm.
idea. It's a challenge for every generation.
It is, yeah.
Every.
God, I wish we had an answer.
It's so sad.
Yeah.
It's just everything is meant to keep you alone.
It is.
There's no reason why you women should be alone. It makes no sense.
It's funny because there's no reason why
It's-
men shouldn't be alone either.
It makes no sense.
Yeah, like traditionally, men benefit significantly more than women do from a relationship.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah. But here we
just-
are.
Yeah, exactly. Here we are.
And I don't think we're
still
going-
having the same conversations.
I think we're going down the wrong road. we're not figuring this out. It's
No,
only getting worse.
it is. Do you think it's getting worse before it gets better? I mean, that's the optimism of it, right? The silver
Yeah,
lining.
my faith is that it will get better.
Yeah.
But
Are we just saying that because we don't want to?
We're entering dark times.
Yeah.
We are in dark times.
Hmm.
And
I wonder what our working population is going to be in the next 2 generations.
the working population?
Yeah, because even a family right now, like my mom had 5 kids. I had 1. And I don't think I'm going to have more.
Yeah.
You know
I mean,
what I
I
mean?
grew up and there were like the Doucet brothers. There were 8 of them, and the Keelohers were 7.
100%.
The Waltons were 10 of them.
Oh, God.
9 boys and a girl.
Jesus. Yeah, and that's not happening to me. My friend with the biggest family
No,
is 3.
in the traditional Irish family, the first male born was a priest. You were going in the priesthood.
Really?
Yes.
No choice.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's the way it is.
I don't care if you hate religion.
It doesn't
You're
matter.
a priest.
You're going in. Drink that wine till you're blue in the face. Yeah,
That's
big
hilarious.
families, big families.
Yeah.
I mean, look at fertility rates.
Mhm.
We need 2.1 to increase the population. We're at about 1.35 in Canada.
Oh my God.
Japan is 1.2. We are all below. We are in a population collapse mode now. We are not sustaining the existing population.
Yeah, that totally
But
makes
that's
sense.
also a lot of the inflation and rates and
That
stuff
too,
like
yeah.
that. I won't have a kid that I cannot support. Granted, I don't want children to begin with, but I would never have a kid that I can't support. And I know a lot of people think the way that I do, especially
Mhm.
I was talking to our
Yeah.
nephew Caleb about it. And he said it's not that he doesn't want children,
Yeah.
it's that he can't afford it.
Yeah.
And so
I've
if he
heard that
can't
from a
even
20-year-old.
afford,
Yeah.
he's what, 23? Caleb is
Yeah,
23, our
23.
nephew. And he said he will not have kids because he can't afford it. Why is he going to go out there and have these children that he can't support? He can't even
Yep.
get his own house
Yeah.
right now, let alone support a child. So he's like, why am I going to do that? It just costs too much money. I'm going to spend the money on myself and be happy and be go lucky.
Which
And I'm like,
reinforces the separation.
It does,
interesting.
Yeah.
And
Because
then he's given up before he started.
Mhm.
and
How old is he?
he's 23. Yeah.
I know.
And it's just
right?
an interesting aspect because the reason I don't want children isn't because they're expensive. It's because I'm selfish at 35.
But you can have a beautiful life without kids. There's a real
Right?
bias
Oh,
of
but
women
that's-
who don't have kids. Oh, what's wrong with you? No.
But it's
Yeah.
just a funny aspect to see that a 23-year-old is thinking similarly, but not really similarly
Yeah,
in the
baby,
sense like
23.
he's thinking in his
Yeah.
brain money. I'm just thinking
Yep.
my time and like
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not thinking about money. Sure, I could go out and have a kid and I would figure out a way to support it. That's not an issue.
Do you still
The
think
issue
that's a
is
male
I don't
thing?
want to wake up at 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. and 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Like I'm not doing it. I'm not changing diapers. Like that's where my selfishness comes in. When the kid's like, "Mommy, I want you to do this," I want to be like, "No, I don't. I'm not doing that." Like that's where my selfishness comes in. His selfishness comes in with the money. He's like, "I can't afford it," and I'm like,
And is that all a
Yeah.
product of the social narrative?
Well, I'm really
I don't think we
curious.
just wake up and think this way.
Is that social narrative, or is that something that might be a little bit biological, that men feel the need to provide, and providing in today's society means money? Because women have jobs now, we can definitely help. I mean,
Yep.
it's a dual income system, as opposed to when you probably were married, it was probably a single income.
No, don't dual.
Oh, nice. So
But
that
I
works
chose
out.
this. I actually chose family over career. So when the time came, I went home. I worked from home,
Mhm.
and I wanted to raise my daughter.
Yeah,
a
and that's
stay-at-home
very
dad.
unique for your time.
Oh,
actually. Extremely
very.
Yeah.
And the social value of the stay-at-home mom or dad is zero because they always look at the financial
Exactly.
value.
And men still hold that very, very close to heart. Like I was talking to a guy the other day, and you know, we just like having conversations and
Yep.
seeing if there was something there, some kind of connection, whatever. And I had said to him, like, "What do you do at the airport? It's his job." And he said, "Oh, that's classified." And I said, "Are you embarrassed of what you do?" And he said, "Well, yeah, I don't know." And I said, like, "Why? We just met. Like, why do you feel that way? That you need to be embarrassed about? Like, we
Wow.
just met. Why do you feel already
Wow.
the need to have more money or be better or whatever the case is, or prove to me that you need to provide in any way, shape, or form?" And I was like, and then you just said this about Caleb, that Caleb's mind or instantly went to, "Can I provide for these kids?" And I was like, wow, these are young kids thinking about this. Like, since when?
They're too young to think about this stuff.
Yeah, in your 30s,
And
go
where are
live.
where are they getting it?
Yeah,
It doesn't just, it doesn't just come to you. I think there's a narrative out there.
I suppose they're coming from a generation where it was single parents and they didn't really provide. Like my nephew has 2 parents, thankfully, but I wonder if there's just a lot of single parents that can't afford a single income world.
Oh, I have single mom friends.
Mhm.
In my accounting experience, there's 2 categories of people who are struggling the most. single women
Mhm.
and single moms. They are struggling.
Yeah.
I mean, $2,000 a month rent.
God, tell that stat again, Jamie. Tell it again.
It's-
Nobody believes me.
It's 2,000. It's 2,000 a month for rent on average.
Mhm.
So when you gross that up by 30%, because you got to look at the pre-tax
Yeah.
money you got to make, it's 30. What's that? $31,200 a year. You got to make just to make rent. That's not utilities, groceries, everything else.
Yeah.
It's
absurd. Mhm.
it's prohibitive. It's not We're living in an unsustainable situation.
Yeah. 100% we are.
I'm not going to talk about where we're going, but you know,
That could be another podcast
I don't need the
episode.
CIA on me. Yeah,
We got lots
we'll
of time.
get the whiskey
Yeah.
flowing, and then
I'm sure we'll have all the fans calling you back
Woo,
soon.
we're
Like,
gonna
hey,
do-
get Jamie in here
we'll
again.
get a round table going.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode today. Thank you, Jamie, so much
Oh, that
for
was
coming
wonderful.
in.
Yes, thank you
Yeah.
for coming.
What a great
That was
I love
great.
these conversations. They're so great.
I love it too. Thank
and I just
you.
love having the different perspectives. It's
Yes.
wonderful. Yeah.
That's what makes the world go round.
Yeah. And drop your opinions in the comments. You guys know we're always happy to hear them. Lay it on us.
Yeah, tell us.
Are you
anything.
really?
I know. I'm not going to tell you
Yeah.
when I'm not, but it's fine. I'm just going to block you.
Yeah. Ghost. I know.
Well, you can't access our accounts anymore. Don't ask.
Yeah.
No, you'll know why.
I control it. No, I'm just kidding.
Not all of them. No,
That's funny.
True, Rebecca's got the TikTok.
I got the TikTok.
men, go
to
Comment on the TikTok. I'm just kidding.
You'll actually get a response.
Poor things.
Oh god.
Oh, thanks for tuning in, guys.
Yes.
We will see you next time.
See you later.
Adios.
Later, nerds.